Question of the week. Question of the week is sponsored by Umbrella Therapeutic Services.
Umbrella.
Yeah, we said May is Mental Health Awareness Month. Umbrella Therapeutic Services is DC's most reliable and trusted behavioral health organization. They provide community support, medication management, therapy for individuals and groups. Any DC resident ages 5 through 100, you're eligible for their services. Their program accepts Medicaid and Medicare, also private health insurance plans. You can reach them by calling 1-888-793-4357 and request Umbrella Therapeutic Services and let them know Spotlight Over the City sent you. Shout out to CEO Wes Jones.
Yep.
Umbrella Therapeutic Services will be in the building at the end of this month. We're going to talk about mental health. We're going to wrap the month up with our mental health awareness sponsor in the building at the end of this month.
At the end of the month. And please do not. We play a lot. We joke around. Sometimes we have serious issues like mental health. We take it seriously. Please do the same. A lot of people are suffering. A lot of people in bad situations. Just because you're in a good one don't mean everybody around you is in the same situation.
That's
So
right.
sometimes check up on a friend. Say how you doing. We text each other a lot and check up on each other. And just, do that because sometimes somebody's going through something they may not want to share it.
That's
So
true.
mental health is something that you definitely shouldn't take lightly. Get a tune-up. It's called a mental tune-up. It's okay.
I agree, baby. Thank you for that. For those of you who are just now joining us or just now watching the show for the first time, first of all, shame on you for just now watching, but welcome.
Shame.
But welcome to the show, and I hope you continue to watch. Question of the week is when we allow our viewers and listeners to submit relationship questions to us. You all have flooded us with questions, and we appreciate it. It is my favorite segment because it allows us to engage in dialogue and with you all and with our people who submitting their questions. So we love it. Keep the questions coming. info@spotlightoverthecity.com is the email. info@spotlightoverthecity.com. Send us your relationship questions. No question is off limits. You see, we get into it on the show. So whatever it is, send us the question. Ready?
That's right.
My wife's ex recently passed away very unexpectedly. I did not know him, never met him, but I knew about him because she disclosed all of her prior relationships to me before we got married. She explained that she was still his friend from afar and that they would speak whenever, would cross paths, but nothing more. I went to the funeral with her last week, and when she went to view his body, she fell out crying and nearly climbed inside of the casket with him. It was the most awkward moment of our marriage. His wife and his kids were looking at her like she was insane. I had to literally lift my wife up off the floor in the church by his casket and take her outside. I still have not had an in-depth conversation with her about it because I don't know if it matters. He's dead. But why was my wife the person at the funeral acting like her world just ended? I need to know if I should bring this up to her or just let it go because, again, he is dead. If she was still involved with him prior to his death, does it even matter now? Can Stan tell me how he would feel and what he would do?
Ooh. Okay, Jamie.
That's
Did you
what
hear the
they
question,
said.
Jamie? Okay. So this is a tough one. Okay, so first of all,
That's tough.
the indication that she gave at the funeral does say that she had a little more feelings than she probably should have for this young man. That's her ex, right?
Yeah, that's
So,
her ex.
Even if you remember how good it was, it doesn't make you climb in a casket. You would
Right.
have
He said she almost climbed in the casket with him.
Yeah, so I think you definitely should have a conversation with your wife. This is wife?
Uh-huh.
You should have a conversation with your wife and
Even though
ask
he's
her.
dead?
Yeah, because it's not that you can revive him or it matters after the fact, but it's just the fact that you're cutting up at the funeral as though, his wife didn't climb in the casket.
Right.
And so when it's that devastating for you, why?
Why?
It's what I
You would want
wanna
to know why.
Yeah, like when you told me you will always love Mike till you
I
die.
didn't say Mike.
Well, whoever your name boy
He's
was.
dead.
Yeah, whatever the dead boy. And I was like, but what? Why are you telling me what the dead boy you gonna love till you die?
Bae.
And so
he died when I was like 19.
But yeah, so what I'm saying is it's kind of like this scenario. Like, I don't think you should climb in a casket unless you have some intimate feelings, which you probably...
She probably did. So she probably exposed herself at the funeral. But my thing
That's
is...
disrespectful to your husband for you to carry on that far.
I agree. But now
climb
that it's
all up in
over...
a casket and all that, you know. His wife, like I said, and his children...
wife was like...
not even doing
right,
all of
they
that.
were looking...
So you need to go sit down and chill out a little bit.
I don't know how you
now
feel.
You got to explain that.
Like, so really, so Jamie, if Raina had an
Raina
ex...
all up in the casket, climbing all up in her ex
She has an
casket.
ex, like, you
but
know,
you at the
whoever it is.
funeral with her, though, Jamie.
Is that cool? That's a
Y'all,
problem?
so are you going to bring it up? Now, he's dead.
But he's
He
dead.
can't
Why
come
bring
back.
it up? Really?
You still need to have that conversation, right?
She's doing too much.
That's exactly what I'm saying. So it's a limitation to how you should carry on. You should definitely not be carrying on like that. So Tam, what you say, Tam?
I mean...
Your husband climbing in the casket at his girl
his ex's funeral, and
you
Dawn
sitting
goes
back
off.
watching.
He crying. He's
now
devastated.
So you got to drive him home.
You got to be like, what?
Now, do you ask him why, or do you leave it alone because she's passed on?
Yeah, first he would not even be in the car with me going home. How about that?
Really? But she's dead, Tam.
But she's dead, Tam.
Doesn't matter.
Now, is that disrespectful?
The only person you should be crying about is me right now. Okay, maybe your kids. That's it.
Yeah.
I got a serious problem with that.
And
Really?
so and normally that would be an issue. So this young lady is doing the most.
He said he has not talked to her about it, but he wanted to know how you would feel. So Stan just told
I think you definitely should do it, and I don't think you should wait. When you have issues with your mate, don't wait a long time about the issue. Talk about the issue when you settle-minded enough not to be upset, and just express yourself. Talk. Don't let a lot of time go by. I don't believe in that. So if it happened, I think you should immediately address it if you don't like it, because you're gonna act like you don't like it. You might not say nothing to her, but you still gonna carry on as though you don't like it. You're gonna have an attitude, and you're gonna be stank. So tell them why you stink. Let
I
'em
guess
know.
I'm just maybe it would have to happen. I don't wish any death on any of your exes or whatever, and maybe it would have
You
to.
sure you don't?
Maybe one.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, but keep
Oh
going.
no, I don't wish death on anybody. But I'm thinking, like if me and you went to one of your ex's funerals and you started just acting like that and you was like crying in a way I've never seen you, I'm gonna know right then and there that there was something going on
Maybe
between
we was really close. when
I'm
she
gonna
was
know,
alive.
but you shouldn't be really close. I'm gonna know something at that point. But because she's dead and gone, the conversation to have with you is only gonna make us be in a bad place. So I'm gonna have to eat that. I'm gonna deal with that, and I'm gonna move on because she is dead. And if I bring it up to you and you say, well, yeah, I still was in love with her.
Like
then
you
what does
told
that
me, I
do
might
for
say,
us?
well, I'ma always love her. Now she dead. Like you told me,
Right,
like,
and so
I'ma
you
always love
might.
her.
You might.
Okay, but she dead. Now what we
She
gonna
dead,
talk about?
so that doesn't. What is that gonna do for us? Not unless it's her ghost or something start coming up in the bedroom. But other than that, like that conversation is only gonna make things in an uncomfortable place for me and you. So I'm gonna have
Okay.
to let that go and understand they probably did have something. And okay, she
It is
dead
what it
now.
is.
So
She can't give me
rest
nothing
in
now.
peace.
She dead.
She can't give him
Right.
nothing now. So rest in peace, lady. And I gotta let it go. So, y'all always see that it's not all. Stan and I don't always have the same opinion on these questions. Oftentimes we do disagree. He has a male perspective. I have my own female perspective. And listen, I don't think that I would say
All right,
anything.
Amber
But
saying rabbit. Amber.
Amber not here.
Yeah, she rapping. She's doing her hands. I see her hands.
She virtually
Yeah.
here?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. Yeah, we got to get ready to wrap it up anyway, because we do have an amazing guest in the studio waiting
Yes,
for
we
us.
do.
Yes, we do. So, okay. Well, that was a good question, and we thank you all very much. And we have a
So
commercial.
Eddie, let me read his real quick before
What
we.
Eddie
Eddie says, because I want to read somebody out the audience. He says, you have to respect the one you're with by keeping those feelings in check in that moment. And so if you loved his dirty draws, Terry, and you love him too after he dead and all that, don't tell your husband. Just keep it a secret and keep your feelings intact. You understand me? You don't blurt it all out. I'ma love him forever and all. Don't even tell me about it. He dead.
That's not-
So I don't even know about him because he's gone. And you can just love him in secret. You know what I'm saying?
He
It's always a
never
secret.
gets what you get. Ever.
Yeah, so it's a secret. Well, he did. He can't.
He can't.
Yeah,
He
so
never
anyway.
did.
So anyway, don't I don't want you to go to the funeral with my exes. If we have a dead ex, don't go. You
What?
just.
I'm going.
No, I don't want you to go. Don't.
That's a hell no. I'm going. I'm going. I'm going with you to the
Hey.
ex's funeral. That's what I'm gonna do.
One thing ain't gonna happen. I can't get none from him. That's for sure.
You can't get none from him. You can't get no
All right,
dead
moving
coochie.
on.